Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full fall glam using the TATI beauty palette. So I would say this video is not really meant to be like a review, it's more as a tutorial type thing, but I am going to be giving you guys my full opinions on this palette to see if it really is worth the hype and worth the money. I will say now I did run into some issues on the palette, so you guys just need to keep watching to see what those issues were. But I was able to create this really super dramatic look. This is like a perfect like event look, like if you're really trying to like be show stopping at a party. This look, this glitter, get into it because this is freaking bomb. By the way, I don't do my full face in this video. I just show you guys how I do the eyeshadow. So if you guys want to see the full face, just watch my previous video because I do my full face in that video, and I basically do the same steps in that video. So go ahead and watch that if you're curious on all of the stuff I have on my face. But yeah, before I get started, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not. Also ring the notification bell so you're notified when I post my next video. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this makeup. So I'm gonna start off. I already did my brows. I haven't set my lids or anything, so I'm gonna actually set my lids. I'm just gonna lightly set using a translucent powder. So today I'm gonna use my TATI beauty palette. I'm gonna do more of like a glam type of look. On my previous video, I touched a little bit into the palette. Not too much though. I did more so kind of just like the neutral, like one neutral look in the palette, or one neutral shade in the palette, because my last video was a soft glam look. This one's going to be a little bit more dramatic. So this one's gonna be more so focused on the eyes. I don't think I'm gonna show you guys me doing my full face, because on my previous video I did my full face. I'm going to do the exact same steps, use the exact same base products as I did in my last video. So I mean, you guys can go check that out if you guys want to see my foundation and stuff like that. So this is how the palette I showed in my last video. This is how the palette looks inside. It's so freaking pretty. Ugh, I like gagged when I saw it. Well, when I saw it online, I was just like, first of all, I am buying the palette because it's so pretty. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. I'm gonna dip into the matte Soothe shade of the palette, which is that camely brown shade. I actually did this last time. I used this shade pretty much only on my eyes, and it's a really pretty neutral brown tone. Has a little bit of warmth in it, but it's not too warm. So I'm just use this as my transition shade. I don't really know what direction I want to go in with this palette. Even though it's really simple, the palette, there's so many looks you could create with it. You create dramatic looks, really soft looks, super glittery looks, matte looks, which I think I am going to dip into the glitter. My transition area for me is like my crease and a little bit above. I always like blending my shadows pretty high on my lid, just because I like to utilize my lid space as much as possible. So now I think I'm going to dip into the shade Story, which is that orangey shade in the palette. I'm going to take a little bit more of a denser brush. I'm just going to pack that. Again, I'm kind of going to put this in the transition area, more lower into my crease though. I'm not gonna take it too high up. The pigment on these shadows is really good. I am noticing a little bit of kickback, but it's not as bad as the previous palette that I reviewed, which was the Shane and Jeffree collection. By the way, did you guys see like that whole drama? Like there's like hair embedded in the shadows. Okay, so seriously, these are blending so pretty. I'm not having any troubles at all. Girl, that always happens to me. I like lose handle of my brushes. So I'm kind of just rounding out my eye with this shade. I don't know what direction, like I said, I'm really going in just yet, but I feel like I'm gonna do either halo eye or just a regular cut crease. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush that I used. I'm not gonna use any excess product. I'm just kind of gonna blur out the edges a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna actually dip into the shade Poet, which is that burgundy shade. So I'm just packing this on the outer corner. This is a Morphe M434, which I really like this brush to like pack on shades and even get into like the crease, because it's like a flat brush. It's not super flat, it still has fluffiness, but it's super dense. So Yeah, this shade is blending so well. I was expecting a little bit of like trouble because it does have a little bit of like a purple undertone, so I was expecting some trouble blending that. Oh, this looks so freaking pretty. Like a MAC 217, dip into Story, and I'm just gonna tap the orange shade over the edges of Poet. I'm not really doing any like swiping motions, I'm literally just tapping the shade. Okie doke. Oh my god, ew, I'm so sorry. That is so not cute. My freaking bra strap was like all showing. Sorry about it. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut my crease. So I cut my crease. I went actually the whole way in cutting my crease because I just kind of want to do a half moon cut crease today. I'm gonna actually take the shade Aura, matte shade Aura, and I'm gonna set my concealer with that shade because I just want it to be set before I do anything else on the eye. So I just take a flat shader brush. I'm just gonna put the whole shade on my eye. So I'm actually gonna take this tiny little brush, this detailing brush that I always use, and I'm actually gonna dip into the shade Ritual, which is that brown shade. I'm gonna dip in Ritual mixed with Poet, and I'm gonna kind of like do the detailing work on top of the cut crease like I always do. So I always do this just to kind of detail the crease a little bit more, just so it's not like a flat line of concealer. It's gonna give a little bit more dimension and depth. It's gonna look harsh right now, but once we add all the lid shade and stuff, everything will look fine. I'm gonna take that little dense brush that I was using. I'm just gonna tap over this with Poet. Okie doke. So I'm gonna swatch the glitters. I don't know what glitter I want to use. I think I want to use the Aura glitter. So this is the Poet glitter right here. I'm gonna swatch it. These are really pretty. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Oh, I don't know if I want to go in this direction or I want to take Aura. So next I'm gonna do Aura. These glitters feel really nice too. Ooh, this is pretty. I think I'm gonna do that shade. Look how pretty that is. So I have concealer on my hand. Let me wipe that off. The formula on these glitters actually feel very nice. They don't feel super like, how do I want to explain this? Like, they don't feel super gritty, which I feel like a lot of pressed glitters do. And they actually have a nice like slip to them. They don't feel like hard to apply, because I feel like with, again, this is Soothe by the way, with pressed glitters, they don't go on this smoothly. Oh my god, this one's actually really pretty too. I don't even know what I want to do. This is Story. That's pretty. That's actually really pretty. More of like a brown tone type of smoky eye. That's actually pretty. Okay, but this Ritual shade is getting me because it's so pretty too. All these glitters are amazing. That one's Story. Okay, and then the last one is Memory, which is the black shade in the palette. And the black glitter, oh my god. Oh! Actually, this I'm gonna like really use for like New Year's. It's actually a perfect shade for New Year's, like a gunmetal-y shade. Oh my god, so pretty. I think I am gonna apply it with my finger because I feel like that's gonna give me the best outcome. I want to actually see these metallics, how they swatch. So this is from the metallics, this is Poet and Aura. Ooh, that's beautiful. And then this is Soothe coming up. Ooh. And then this is Story and Ritual. And then the last one is Memory, which is the black tone. Oh, I like this one because it has a little bit of like a bluish like gleam to it. Maybe you can tell, but that Aura shade is beautiful. I actually am gonna pop that on my inner corner today. I might even use it as a highlighter because it's so pretty. These sequin shades I've actually never, I don't think I've ever like tried. This is Poet and Aura. Never really, oh my god, that, I don't know if you guys could see, my lighting's off, but the Poet shade is so, look how pretty this is. This is actually like gorgeous to wear like during the day, like on your eyes, because look at, it's like a matte with like some shimmer in it. It's so freaking pretty. This is Soothe and Story. Ooh, these are really pretty. So I think these you could kind of like blend. You could still like use them as, what am I trying to say here? You could still use them as like shadows to like blend. But I don't know if I would use them personally to blend out into like my crease and stuff because of the glitter in it. It actually has more glitter than I expected it to have. This is Ritual and Memory. So Ritual I'm gonna put right here. Memory I'm gonna put right here. Look at that. So pretty. They're gorgeous. Honestly, this palette is like perfect. Especially, well, I don't know when she's gonna restock the palettes, but this would be honestly a perfect like holiday palette. This is like a perfect get ready palette for the holidays. And I'm just gonna put my shirt down because it's no point in even trying to keep it up. Sorry, irrelevant. But this is the perfect palette for the holidays. I think it's freaking stunning. So if you get your hands on it, I would definitely recommend it. I'm not even done and I'm already recommending it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take the Poet, no, I'm gonna take the Aura glitter. I'm gonna take it on my ring finger and see how that applies. I did set my base with the Aura Matte. That's like cute if you just want like a kiss of glitter, but I don't. I want actually more intense glitter. So I'm actually gonna take a brush. I'm gonna take this Morphe R42. I'm actually gonna wet the glitter. You kind of have to like tap in. Be careful because the glitter does move in the pan. Yeah, it applies way better with the brush. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm actually not a fan of pressed glitters at all. Like I always say, I like hardly ever use glitter on my looks because I really don't care for it that much, but this formula is actually really nice. Okay. Oh, okay, so I just did the same thing on this side because every time I do a look and like I kind of like change directions, I still end up doing the same like steps that I did on my previous side because I don't want to make it look any different. So I'm going back in with my brush. This little brush is actually really good to apply like lid shades. I think you said, what was it, the R42? I will say, just like every other glitter, I think you're gonna get some fallout. Holy shit, I did not just hit pan already. Oh shit, we have a problem. We have a problemo. Okay, I'm gonna show this because I think this needs to be shown. I already hit pan on the Aura shade. And let me try and like mold it back. Yeah, no, so these are definitely, I would say the glitter is very, it's densely packed in there, but it's not too much. Cause like I'm like stabbing through, yeah, it's not a lot of glitter. So you need to be really careful when using this. I'm getting a little bit of Poet and just tapping over. You have to be really careful when using this palette with the glitter and not to overuse because you definitely will. So what I would recommend that I didn't do is actually apply the metallic underneath the glitter and then apply the glitter, because then you won't have to use as much to cover up your space because you are kind of like giving the illusion underneath by adding that shade. So that's just a FYI right there. I think we're good on the eyes. I'm actually going to do my face and everything off the camera. I'm going to wipe off this fallout, add some lashes, and I'll be right back to finish the under eye and do everything. So this is the look I came up with right here, and look at this glow. I actually whipped out my Kylie Cosmetics highlighter. This is in the shade Santorini. It's a loose highlighter, and I forgot how freaking pretty it is. Anyway, I actually didn't record my under eye because I literally realized I started doing my under eye. I was like almost done with it, and I was just like, oh my god, I didn't record it, and I was supposed to record it, and I'm so sorry I did it. But basically what I did is I tight lined. So I actually took my Marc Jacobs eyeliner. This is in the shade Grapevine, so it's like a purple tone, and I put that on my waterline, and then I tight lined really close to the waterline. I added the shade Poet, and I blended it out with Ritual and Soothe blended together, and then underneath that I took the shade Story, which is the orangey shade. So that was like that one is at the bottom of my lash line. So, and I added Lily lashes, and this is the style So Extra Mykonos, which is like the more like fluffier version of Mykonos, which is really pretty. I really like these lashes with my look because they're very spaced out, but you could still see like the whole look. They're not super fluffy where you can't see anything. I really did enjoy the palette. Actually, honestly, it's one of my favorite palettes that I've ever used like in my entire time of playing with makeup, and I know that's like kind of like cheesy to say, I guess. It's one of the best formulas I've ever tried. Actually, it's like super easy to blend. They're very appropriate if you are beginning in makeup and beginning in eyeshadows, because first of all, the color story is extremely appropriate for someone who's just starting off, because it's colors where, you know, you can't even really mess it up. Like, they'll be super forgivable. You could use all of the shades if you wanted to, and nothing would look bad together. All of the colors go together perfectly. I definitely recommend the palette. It's like a 10 out of 10, honestly. I wouldn't say this video was much more of a review more than a tutorial, because I really did want to get this like look on and poppin'. This look is actually super holiday like friendly because it's super glitz, super glam. The only problem I will say that I did have with the eyeshadow palette was the glitter shades, and like I said, it's because I started digging into it, and it's I already hit pan on one of them, so and I try to like mold the glitter back together, and yeah, I definitely did hit pan in like the center of it. So I would just say be careful with that. It's not that big of a deal. It only if it's like really bothers you, then don't really use the glitter shades. But like I said, use a tip that I gave you guys. Instead of like doing just a full glitter on your lid, add the metallic shade underneath the glitter, and then just like kind of tap the glitter over, and that would actually be even better to do, because the glitter will actually shine through because you have the metallic underneath, so you still have that shine, but the glitter kind of gives it like that accent pop, and I think that's even better to do. And I should have done it, but I wasn't thinking, and I normally do that. I learned that technique when I went to makeup school, so I think that's a really good technique. As far as my face, like I said, you guys can watch my video that I previously uploaded. I did the same exact thing except for highlighter. I used the Kylie highlighter. I didn't use the Lawless highlighter, which this highlighter is super freaking pretty. Like I said, I asked you guys again if you guys were gonna get that Jacqueline collection, and I think I am gonna get it because I'm really like into highlighter right now. It's like really popping. This highlighter is gorge. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this video. I will say, like I said, definitely buy the palette. I definitely recommend it. It's like one of the best, like I'm gonna say again, one of the best palettes I've ever used in my entire life. And I'm not just saying it just to say it, because I really do respect Tati Westbrook, and I really do respect her. I love her channel. I'm not saying it because I just love her. I really truly believe she took the time, took the effort to create these shadows, create this color story, it's just amazing. Like the whole thing, the glitter, all the different formulas in one palette, but still giving you the same color. Gorgeous. It's super like foolproof. Like anyone could use it. That's the word I want to use. It's foolproof. Like anybody can use this palette. So stunning. 10 out of 10. Go get it. It's so gorgeous, especially for the holidays, especially if you're a makeup artist and you're doing like a lot of brides and stuff. This is so perfect for brides. By the way, in the inner corner I popped the shade Aura, in the inner corner the metallic shade of Aura, and oh my god, that is actually gonna be a shade that I use a lot in my inner corner now because it's so freaking pretty. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like it, comment down below what you think about this look, and subscribe if you have not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.